So we're up and running. Milan have gone with a 4-5-1, Jim.
Well, it's a formation, Peter, that lends itself to good possession and control in midfield because you've got the numbers there, a higher concentration. Backing that up with enough attack.
Shot a goal! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. And we have our very first corner. Referee has taken his time, but it is going to be another corner. Corner number 2 then. Backward it goes. Pedri. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will add... It's Kane! Oh, it's hit the post! Alexander-Arnold. And it's Fascioli. Cristiano Ronaldo. Vitinha knocks it into space. Roberto Carlos delivers. Fernandes. But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
Roberto Carlos. And it's Vitinha. Koundé. And it's Alexander-Arnold. First quarter of an hour gone. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And this is Kane. Kane! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Fernandes. Still goalless at the moment. Robertson. Now it's Messi. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. Alexander-Arnold. Looking for a runner. He's in a great position here. He's onside. And the shot! Just not quite happening for him just now. Camavinga. Now it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Little doubt, that is a foul. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Yeah, nothing. No fucking booking.
And it's Fernandes. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Alexander-Arnold. And Koundé.
Sorry about that.
Marquinhos.
I have to listen to what my mate said.
And it's Koundé. And it's slung out wide. Ambitious ball here.
Oh, what a
is
ball.
Good alertness.
Oh.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Free kick.
Fernandez. Now it's Camavinga. It's a pretty loose pass. It's a searching pass. And this is Kane. There's the shot! Goal! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Minuto, numero 11.
So we have our breakthrough.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
That is ended up in no man's land. Olise. Pass somewhat off target. He's found a way past. Tries to play it. Tries a shot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Alexander-Arnold. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. And he's going to be disappointed with that. And this is Messi. And that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And he has shown him a yellow card.
What's it like?
Caicedo.
Yeah, I can bet.
Oh, it's come loose. Alexander-Arnold for Olise. Now it's Kane. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. Jimenez. Akanji. And it's Fernandez. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Roberto Carlos has created one goal already. Vitinha. It's Pedri. Opts for safety. And it's Koundé.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Alexander-Arnold. It's Pedri. And it's Marquinhos. Vitinha. And this is Ronaldo. Looking for the run. Chance for a shot! And this could be the final action of the first half. And it's Robertson. Engages and forces him off the ball. And it's half-time here. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. is some activity down on the touchline.
Cambio di
It seems there's
giocatori.
going to be a change.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
Robertson. Robertson has got himself a free kick. And it's Fascioli. And it's made its way to him. Ball comes, terrific header! Really well taken goal. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think
Messi is on his own. Oh, the keeper's done wonderfully well there.
Listen, in those situations, he always looks as if he's in control. He never seems to get flustered. Exemplary.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He's gone for goal!
We're in for an intriguing second half now. Contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Akanji. And Fernandez. Camavinga. And he's managed to get free. Oh, that's a key interception. Pedri.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's picked his way through. Is there any support? Decent chance!
L'affluenza di quest'oggi
Oh,
è di
so close to what would have been a
80.113
memorable goal.
Well, that was really good running. The more he moved with it, the more he realised that taking the shot was his only option.
And that has been cleared. It's gone for a throw-in. Upamecano. Alexander-Arnold. Olise picks it up out wide. There's the header! It's loose now and they want to get it back. They're up to 5 corners now. And he's taking no chances there. Pedri. Threads one in. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Played in by Robertson, and he was alert to it. And it's Fernandez. That's a good ball out wide. In with the challenge. He has found the way through. Oh, shooting chance!
Oh,
Terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Can he find the finish? Oh, the ball's run loose here. He's trying his best to keep it in. Big header! Goal! Milan! And the comeback is complete. It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So here comes a substitution.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Milan take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Foden. He shifted it to the flank. Sané. Great vision. It's a promising position. Goes for a shot! So close to drawing level.
Well, it's certainly encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after falling behind.
Great chance! It's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Ha segnato al 78esimo
A momentary
minuto.
lapse
Numero
exploited
5.
with glee.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Numero 5. Lasciano il campo per il numero 19, il numero 16.
Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Roberto Carlos. Upamecano. Here's Oyarzabal. Just 5 minutes left. Upamecano. And it's Marquinhos. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Lewandowski. Now it's Oyarzabal. Plays a shot. And the shot!
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
What a move.
Oh, that's not going to count. And we go again.
Yeah, the assistant did have a slag up. The referee seemed to spot it late, though. Nevertheless, the right
Numero
decision.
7.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the
Numero
right call.
17.
Foden for Olise. Can he get on the end of this?
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Great ball. Shot, surely! The final seconds now. And he's intervened well there. Now it's Olise. Can he get it through? Oh, well played, well sorted out. And that's that. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts, highly entertaining until the very end. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even and no complaints.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
way. Save. Did I get beat?
Ricordiamo a tutti i tifosi che è possibile consumare alcolici solo nelle apposite aree. Grazie.
I enjoyed that game. It's very bad. Quite high. I've Right, guys, another game, eh? Fuck's that shit? She loves me so much, don't you, baby? Hey? You love your daddy, don't you? Hey? Fucking hell. Thank you. Last. I'll fucking nail this cunt. Shimming this shit, dude.
Well, nothing beats the feeling of getting promoted. The hard work already done, the team can set out to enjoy this game and bask in the adulation of their adoring fans.
Just shit.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, this guy Caicedo really is the definition of the word tireless. One of the best defensive midfielders around, and he does have a constant desire to get forward and contribute to the attack. He can add some energy and dynamism to that, but what he's really, truly brilliant at is stopping the...
And the finish! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Marquinhos getting this one clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? It's a pretty loose pass. Has a look and plays it forward. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Vitinha. And it's Pedri. And it's Roberto Carlos. It's Pedri. Neither side yet able to find the net. Oh, he'll be annoyed with himself for not getting there. Camavinga gets it clear. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Roberto Carlos, and he's got his cross in. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Valverde. And that has left him in a heap. Van Dijk. Good effort from distance. Comfortable claim for the keeper.
No, it's a fair attempt. I think he felt he could line one up there. The odds were never really in his favour.
Bruno Fernandes. Pedri. Can he get it through? Mbappe receives it in a wide position. Pedri! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Camavinga. Bardazzi. And it's Van Dijk. And it's Messi. And Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold making good progress on the right-hand side. Very nicely done. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
Now, there are plenty in the middle waiting for this.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
Bruno Fernandes. Mbappe. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Marquinhos makes the interception. And this is Kane. Olise. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Played into space. He's on it, can he get away? Great chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Olise with the clearance. And this is Kane. Alexander-Arnold. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. He's in space and looking for options. It's Pedri. And he's in on goal, shot at goal! He's got away with one there. And he's managed to get rid. And now they can spring out of defence. He's shifting through the gears here. And Messi! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty.
What?
And that really is the last thing they wanted to do.
Yeah, in truth there, it was carelessness and I think a little touch of panic, Peter, in that challenge. That usually leads to something unwanted.
This to make it 1-0. 1-0, never any doubt. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
Gol marcado pelo jogador aos 42 minutos do primeiro tempo pelo jogador.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Bruno Fernandes. Looking for options for movement. And he's lost his man here. The ball has bounced loose now. Deep into stoppage time. It's anyone's ball now. Alexander-Arnold. Elise. He's picked his way through.
Pretty robust defending.
Bardakci concedes a free kick for that. And he's going to have his name taken. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Substituição em campo.
So time for change,
18.
and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Change being made here, presumably to tighten their defence. A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Senhoras e senhores, só é permitido beber nas áreas indicadas no mapa. Agradecemos a colaboração.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Alexander-Arnold, and it's Valverde. Now that's well seen too. Vitinha, and it's Pedri. And that has been slung wide. Oh, that's nice. Bruno Fernandes, and Alexander-Arnold, and it's Marquinhos. Koundé, Pedri. Passing is crisp and Kane! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. That's a decent clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Kane. Aims beyond the defence. He's had a shot! And that has been clubbed away. Now he's got space here.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Roberto Carlos short changes him with that pass. Still chasing the game, trailing by one. And this is Kane. It's Kane! It's in!
Ah, he can't.
And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So that's 2 now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them.
Oh, shooting chance! Really well taken goal. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
That has been cut short. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Big header! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Oh, that's fabulous. Messi. Real chance here. Pressure stays on, it is a corner. What? Corner number 2 then. He's got tall. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
He's having a shot! Oh, taken with style. And it has to be said, an absolute gift.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
And now he has 2. So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Played out towards the right wing. Into the last quarter of an hour. Oh, super find. Marquinhos receives it in a good position here. This might spell danger. Looking for a corner.
Substituição em campo.
So, third corner of the game.
Camisa 17.
Hefty challenge, but fair enough. And it's hoisted clear.
Camisa 9.
And now they can spring out of defence. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, just skips Kane! And that would have won it.
Kane really must be wondering how he hasn't put them 3 up. It was a very decent chance.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 11. Vai ser substituído pelo jogador camisa 8.
Corner number 3 coming up. Caicedo chooses to go back. And now a sudden chance to counter. Valverde puts his foot on the gas. Goes looking wide. Back into the middle. That's cause for mild irritation. So their 4th corner of the game. Alexander-Arnold plays it short. Vitinha going face-to-face with his great rival. Alexander-Arnold with the delivery. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Played into space. Koundé. And it's Valverde. And this is Lewandowski. Ambitious ball here. Oh, that's well spotted. Koundé.
5 minutos de acréscimo.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Mbappe. That's an imaginative pass. That has ended up in no man's land. Big chance, corner. Corner number 4 coming up here. Played back in. Roberto Carlos. He's having a hit! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. And that's it. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Home. So
Well, nothing beats the feeling of getting promoted. The hard work already done, the team can set out to enjoy this game and bask in the adulation of their adoring fans.
I think it was 6.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
Now it's Valverde. Marquinhos. Over to the other side. And Alexander-Arnold. Olise gets into some space. Van Dijk. Not getting too much. Oh no, what has happened here? Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Fuck off.
Caicedo. Camavinga. Now Mbappe. Now it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Fernandes. And it's Kane. And he has been fouled there. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Fernandes. Now it's Messi. And he's searching through. Kane was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Quarter of an hour played. And it's Valverde. Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Come on.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Mbappe running with the ball. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Roberto Carlos. There will be a throw-in. And he skips past. He's had a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Lewandowski.
He's not played the ball, that's a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Fernandes. Camavinga. And Caicedo. Mbappe. And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, played through for the wide man. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. The pass is intercepted. Vitinha. Elise. Oh, they could be caught out here. He has found the way through. He is just caressing the ball.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Valverde. And it's Fernandes. And this is Lewandowski. Fernandes. It's Camavinga. Messi. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Roberto Carlos for Valverde, and it's Vitinha to Bruno Fernandes. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Camavinga. That is ended up in no man's land. Messi puts his foot on the gas.
Pretty robust defending.
It's run loose here. Played back to the goalkeeper. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
The ball has bounced loose now. Fernandes. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well, and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 21, camisa 8. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 9,
Here's
camisa
the start of the
10.
second half. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Caicedo. Aimed beyond the defence. Mbappe. Now it's Foden. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Marquinhos. Roberto Carlos. And it's Koundé. He won't be happy with that one. Threads one in. Alexander-Arnold has it out wide and in space. Great chance! Had a swing, but it wasn't to be.
Yeah, quick thinking and the right choice for me, but that was difficult to get right.
Turns and goes back. Messi. And he's quick to snatch it back. Now it's Valverde. Valverde unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. No, that's been intercepted. Alexander-Arnold. Passing is crisp and sharp. Over to the left. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, into the second half, and it's still goal. Mbappe! Goal! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Now it's Kane. Koundé, pressing high and with purpose. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Here's Vitinha. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick.
Wow, free kick for me.
Roberto Carlos. Foden. Knocks it into space. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Kane. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Howson is the team's great visionary. Nicely weighted ball. Decent progress down the left. And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 19, camisa 17, camisa 18. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 22.
Alexander-Arnold.
Camisa 20, camisa 11.
Now Howson. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Alexander-Arnold. And he's forced to go back. Roberto Carlos. And it's Koundé. And Alexander-Arnold. Caicedo wins the duel this time. And it's Kane. Valverde. Looking for the run. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Kane. And EFootie. Foden. And back to the goalkeeper. Marquinhos. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Kane. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. I think we're just about done here. Turns back here, probably the best option. Oh, good-looking ball. No way through. Fernandes. Kane. Now it's EFootie. Can he get it through? Well, that's beautifully weighted. Oh, shooting chance! In he goes again. And yes, it's there! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence, and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Camisa 11.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And the referee brings it to a close. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the right answers. Mbappe taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
somewhere around
So here we are, a new chapter begins, new heroes will arise, new legends will be written. It is time to turn the page. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
No, he's been at that for years, and he's just very good wherever he plants himself.
Oh, it's a foul there right on the edge of the box. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do.
off. What?
Brilliant save from Donnarumma!
Oh, what a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be psychologically pivotal.
Vitinha. Alexander-Arnold. Great vision. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, smashing header! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Vardiol. Battling for the right to play in the early stages. He's got plenty of space out wide here.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Vinicius Junior. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Kane.
You know.
And this is Ronaldo. Now it's Messi.
Oh, really well played.
And this is Kane. And this is Messi. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Alexander-Arnold. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Oh, a delicate chip through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. He risked.
Vitinha. Vitinha going face-to-face with his great rival. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this...
Shot, surely!
It's
Goal!
what?
Paris Saint-Germain! Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
Paris Saint-Germain. Aos 25 minutos do primeiro tempo pelo jogador.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Looking for options for movement. He's had a shot! It's in!
And once more, we are all square. You score, we score. Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass?
It's Kane! And that is wildly off target.
Well, he looked pretty much unstoppable there. The only thing missing was the finish, of course.
Messi. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Fernandes. It's Vinicius Junior. And he's lost his man here. And he's had it nicked away.
This is the time you need that pace.
That's beautifully weighted. Guardiola gets it clear. And we have our very first corner. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. And he's straight offside. Roberto Carlos. Vitinha. Roberto Carlos. And it's Pedri. And Koundé. Pedri. And it's Roberto Carlos. He's a sharp little ball here. And he's managed to get free. Oh, that's neat. He slings it in. And he shoots! Good movement there, but not the best of finishes.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Messi, who's set up one goal so far. Vitinha, and it's Bruno Fernandes. That's a nicely shaped ball. Takes a shot! It's there! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Camisa 18.
And yes, it's him again! So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
That has not gone well. Roberto Carlos.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Alexander-Arnold. Elise. And he's quick to snatch it back. Searching pass he's played there. And he's gone looking for safety. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. The midway point of the game.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 3.
Whistle goes, and we start the second
Para a entrada
half.
do jogador, camisa 2.
Olise could complete a hat-trick here, Jim. What do you reckon?
Well, I think he's got every chance, and he's got plenty of time too to get his third. And the way he's gone about this match, he looks very much like he could even end up getting more. He's full of hunger and running.
Fernandes. Nicely spread. It's a promising position. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Koundé. Upamecano. Koundé. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That has been slung wide. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Vitinha looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, he's the quarterback equivalent, so I'm not surprised that he's being closed down first.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Fernandes.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Bruno Fernandes for Olise. And he's intervened well there. Oh, that's well spotted. Marquinhos. Distributed tidily. Mbappe gets into some space. Corner then. Here's the header! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Alexander-Arnold. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Messi. Fernandes. Vinicius Junior. Muscular approach does pay off here. Vitinha with the foul. And here's Kane. Opts for safety. Marquinhos. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. And it's Messi. Looking for the run. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Paris Saint-Germain really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's got to be a change.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 22. Camisa 19. Deixando o campo.
Alexander-Arnold.
Camisa
Foden.
21. Camisa
Alexander-Arnold. And it's Valverde. Now Foden. Olise. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Tries to play it through. Ronaldo is in a really good position out wide. And that's too far for anyone. Donnarumma with the clearance. And it's Kane. The referee's awarded a free kick. Oh, he's Mbappe! Mbappe has been caught there, it's a foul.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 4. Vai ser substituído pelo jogador.
Messi!
Camisa 20.
Messi! Oh, that is beautiful! A finish right from the top draw. Again, we are level. What a contest!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character, wonderful.
A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground.
Oh, he's been climbs up big. That's another chance. And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Oh, and looking, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Teremos uma substituição.
This is their second corner of the game. He's on it. Valverde! Oh no, that could be a costly miss. Van Dijk. Played out towards the right wing. Threads one in. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Alexander-Arnold looking to play him in. Now it's Olise. Goes for a shot! What? It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Paris Saint-Germain making another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
And no, he's seen through all of that. Foden. Valverde.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
He's beaten the last man. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Valverde.
Yeah, they were looking for a
5
counter-attack.
minutos de acréscimo.
Up he goes! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Son Heung-min. It's a pretty loose pass. 5 minutes to add. Can he get on the end of this? That is a brilliant interception. Kane. Not the most accurate pass. Well, that looks a decent ball. Well, that looks a cracking ball. Danger averted for now. And that will be it. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Olise voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Aimed beyond the defence. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, they could break here. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
Olise. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Out to the left it goes. And the shot! I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And he's in on goal. Oh, it's played into the area. No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
And we have our very first corner. Climbs up big! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Diaz. And here's Kane.
Kane really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Neither side yet able to find the net. Now it's Kane. Knocks it into space. Roberto Carlos! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Sarr. Arsenal upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Fernandez. Jimenez. Fernandez. Front-footed pressing going on here. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Sarr.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Koundé goes steaming forward. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Koundé couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
Rodri. And it's Vitinha. Turns back here, probably the best option. To Marquinhos. Roberto Carlos. Foden. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Mbappe. And he's forced to go back. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Olise. Camavinga. And it's Kane. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Fernandez. Here's Kane. Alexander-Arnold. Now Mbappe. He's got away. We've got 5 minutes till half-time.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
He's having a go!
Foden made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Fernandez. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Messi. Fernandez. Now Sarr. Diaz. Alexander-Arnold did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And that is out of play. And it's Rodri. Good take and the finish! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Kane has every reason to be disappointed.
And we hit half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. The midway point of the game.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained, so I'm looking forward to what's to come.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. It's a quick one. Roberto Carlos. He's a sharp little ball here. Messi. Kane. Great defending, strong and determined.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Played out towards the right wing. Can he finish? And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, Lisa clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. And now a sudden chance to counter. Diaz. Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. Now Sarr. Diaz. Diaz stood his ground strongly. That's a sharp pass. Messi. Diaz. And he's cut it out. Alexander-Arnold. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Now it's Mbappe. Roberto Carlos does well to get it back.
What?
And it's Fernandes. Now it's Kane. Bruno Fernandes. And he skips past his man. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And he's straight offside. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Camisa 16, camisa 13. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 21, camisa 15.
Foden. Vanderson. And it's Roberto Carlos. Vitinha. And Koundé. That's a smartly directed ball. Looking for the run. Now this could be a chance. Messi! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. And it's been taken short. Arsenal given another corner. They've played it short. He's in a great position here. That has ended up in no man's land. And now they can spring out of defence. It's played through for him. He has found the way through. Shot a goal!
What the
Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Vai ser substituído pelo jogador camisa 8.
So there's going to be another change here.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Camisa 10.
Sarr, Camavinga, Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Now it's Valverde, out to the right. Now it's Valverde. Sarr deals with that comfortably.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Alexander-Arnold kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Koundé. Can he get it through? And this is Kane. It's Kane! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Substituição em andamento.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome.
That's been cut out, well played. Oh, good take in a good area. Lewandowski.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Kane. Alexander-Arnold. Arsenal have a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Teremos uma substituição.
Mbappe. Now it's Hazard. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. And that has been clubbed away.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Moved on forwards. Now it's Mbappe. Into stoppage time, and it is still goalless. Now it's Olise. Mbappe. Lewandowski! Oh, what about that? And surely that has won the day! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila. Voila.
Goal.
So the first goal of the game. Looking to play him in. He's in space and looking for options. Goes for a shot! Olise. And that is that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Lewandowski taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away. And this has been great staying power.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
So yeah, I think that's it for tonight, guys. Sorry, I should have probably told you that I was gonna go. Yeah, it's about it for me. Thanks for watching. We enjoyed it. Some good games there. Some teams had to break down. Some team, and I think we all found it had to break me down. But there were some good games there, I think, tonight. that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Look out for armor. Look out for it. Back on soon.